Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd. The market's not looking too bad, so let's check it out. First, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. The stock cube was green. Things are looking pretty decent this morning. Let's check it out. There's your heat map right there. Here's your crypto map right there. Bitcoin right back to 87,000. Ethereum trying to roll its way back up to over 28 again. Solana's trying to get back into the 130. So probably a good opportunity. Let's just look at it real quick and see what's going on, how they look this morning. And there you go. Bitcoin trying to work its way back up as we were talking about last night. Here's Ethereum, and there's your green candle. So it read it out right there. Now you're going to start rolling back up. We were talking about that last night, and all these guys. Here's Solana. It looks like it's bottomed out and ready to roll off that MACD. So here we go, guys. And I think this is going to be our start back into our bullish channel. We came into a bearish channel. I think we're about to work it right back into a bullish one. You guys know we've called it many times on many other ones, and that's what it looks like right here. So I think we're about to get bullish again on crypto. We could be at our bottom right here and start rocking and rolling right back up. You know, that'll pull the market with it and look pretty good. Here's your stellar right here. Not too bad as we're going through. So they are looking a lot better this morning. They look like they were supposed to from last night. As we were talking about, Chainlink looks like it wants to roll up. So I am optimistic right here about optimism, and the rest of them, here's OP optimism right there. So there you go, everybody. And that's what they look like. TAOP, we looked at this last night. It was ripping up there this morning. I saw this nice and early right here. TAOP, it was running up there last night and running around today. 379 to 405 right there. It's back down. So there you go with TAOP. So yeah, a lot of these ones that run in the after hours, they don't necessarily always run the next morning right there. So you can probably get right out of them when they pop up that night and not worry about the 4 a.m. And there you go. And the video right here, like I was telling you guys, look what's looking really good right here. And I have a bunch of options on it, and it should be cruising along. So I'm happy about that one. Looking great right there. Let's go through the market, see what's going on. We have our Jolie's jumpers right here. Let's take a look and see what's going on here and see what the Jolie's jumpers have for us. So AHMA, hard letters for me. It's a new one right there. Ran up big yesterday. I didn't even see this thing, but it looks like it's Ambitions Enterprise Management, and it is just pulling back a little bit, but it did run up really nice yesterday. ARTL was running up yesterday, and a little bit of pullback. Started out at 181 and then pulled back. It's at 172 right now. BYND right here, Beyond Meat, and that is curling up looking good, Sam. So how are you? It is cold here too, and you're not kidding. It's getting, I guess it's getting to become winter as we hit December now, because it definitely got cold. I know there's like a winter vortex coming through and a snowstorm rolling through the country too. And then they're talking about another one for like next weekend or something, another nor'eastern. So yeah, we're going to get a ton of rain today, I believe, in Jersey over here at Luis Rodriguez. So get ready for that. And I think the rest of the country above us is getting snow. Like I'm pretty sure right in the Poconos and all, they're getting snow up there. Yeah, PA snow right now. Albany snow, and we're about to get hit with rain. We're in like a mixture right now, actually, guys. So it is nasty weather out there. And again, big old storm it's up the entire East Coast, actually, from like Georgia to all the way to like Massachusetts, Connecticut, all up there. Maine about to get hit. So yeah, I would say basically the whole East Coast. If you live on the East Coast, you're gonna have fun weather today, guys. So there you go with the little weather update as we go through our market. And where were we? I forget. Anyway, Beyond Meat looking really good. And that is curling up. It is tough. It's up today. We were talking about yesterday. And CMND, Clear Mind Medicine, we were talking about this one. It was running up yesterday in the old after hours right here, CMND, Clear Mind, and it did curl. It tried. I thought it was going to go up a little higher, to be honest with you. We'll see what it does today. FTEL, that's looking really good right there. Look at that one getting curled up, looking nice. So that's running up. And I would say you're getting moving 145 to 199. There you go with that. And FTEL IVP, here's one that's going to be cruising along. You already know this thing's about to get running, that Inspire. So keep an eye on that. And JSPR right here, Jasper Therapeutics. It looks like it's trying to set up, not looking too bad. Kala right here. KALA. This one's been running up a little bit of pullback this morning. NFE. Let's see what NFE's doing. That one ripped up yesterday. New Fortress Energy. I remember looking at this. Did have a little bit of pullback right there. And we were looking at that TAOP already. And it had run up yesterday and a little pullback this morning. WeBuy was running up as well. And that's pulling back this morning. So there you go with your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate that list right there. And let's see what the rest of the market is up to right here. Let's look at our SPY Mag 7 big caps. Our SPY is up this morning. It is looking pretty good. Like I said, remember we went through this all last night. If you didn't watch last night's show, guys, you might as well check that replay out. And while you're at it, first check out the FG Nexus interview with CEO Maya. That was a really good one, I'm telling you. So go listen to that and then watch last night's show. That was a great one, guys. We were having a good old time. We even had the PAL Fed thing on. They weren't saying anything. I mean, I think they avoided every question about the economy. I don't know if they have a blackout period or whatever it's called, quiet period or something where they can't talk. I have no idea, but apparently that happens nowadays. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a thing until TONX, to be completely honest with you. But anyway, I didn't know you weren't even allowed to talk about things in certain periods. But here's your cues. We could talk about them. I know that because they're going up looking good. And like I said, we were talking about all this last night in these candle setups. And what did I say? If I had to guesstimate, my best guess would have been it was going up this morning, right? There you go. So that's what we were talking about right there. We broke down a lot of charts and gave you some good education right there last night. So like I said, if you didn't watch that show, you might want to go back and check it out. And they are curling up right here. Like I said, you don't see that look very often. I'm not going to lie. It's a weird look right there, but they do look like they want to keep on going. You don't see it that often, but that's a wild one, guys. I could really kick something crazy off. I'm not going to lie. You want to talk about a Santa Claus rally. And when you see something like that, and this is what I was looking at last night, obviously, while we were going through the charts, I said, wow, that's a wild look because your 20 is going to roll right up here and it's not coming back down. It's going to keep carrying it up and then it's going to get stuck in the top because it had that kind of momentum. And you can just see the way it's catapulting up there. And that's what it looked like last night to me, to be completely honest, which I couldn't be 100% sure, obviously, like I was saying. I couldn't promise you anything, but my best guess would have been it was going up right there, and they are looking good. So let's go through our Mag 7, see what's happening here. Apple had been looking good. It is pulled back a little bit, but nothing real bad. Amazon ripping up there a little bit, not looking bad right there. Amazon could keep moving, and Google is not looking bad either. Excuse me, after a dip back down. Looks like it wants to roll back into the top. And if it does that, you know it's going to get explosive and run even higher. Progressive G, good morning to you. How are you? And that is your Google right there. And then your Meta was up a little bit. And this one looks like it's going to get explosive. So I'd say the market looks like it's ready to get rocking and rolling right here. The Fed can't speak leading up to the Fed rate decision meeting. Well, thank you there, Laptop Travel. I had no idea, to be completely honest with you. I was just sitting there doing commentary last night. Progressive G, did you catch that show last night? That was a wild show we put on last night. Not only that, I gave you a lot of good stock charts, tips, and education there. We went through all kinds of good stuff. But anyway, Meta looking really good. We were talking about all this stuff and what the market looked like. Microsoft right here, not looking too bad. The rebound, it's trying to get through the MACD and get rolling right there. So there you go with your Meta. And let's see what Microsoft or NVIDIA is doing. I mean, because that one's going up. And I said this one looked good there, Progressive G. I hope you jumped into it. And I got plenty of options on it. And here we go. Let's rock and roll on NVIDIA now because that thing looked great to me. And it should be cruising along. So let's go, NVIDIA. We'll all be hopping on that bandwagon for a few days. And Tesla right here is looking really good, getting cruising. So we might have to jump on Tesla and ride that up a little bit. Let's look at our AMC. That's up 2 cents, but nothing crazy. But sitting on the 20, it looks like it wants to curl up. Our GameStop still going up, guys. And I got options in this, so I could say keep on going right there. I like it. And Chewy right here, I'd said GameStop down here before it started running was looking good, and it's just been catapulting its way up there. They do have earnings coming up. I may get rid of it in my options that I have now today. and then reassess them for the earnings, because I have a feeling it could pull back right here. It looks like as it hits this 50, and then get set up and run higher. So I could always get new options and just take my profits on the ones that I have right now. So I'm thinking about that, looking at that chart. And Chewy right here, not looking too bad, just a little bit of flat. And there's Unity, and Progressive G said he's adding bull calls. So there you go. And yeah, we'll be checking out that. And there's Unity looking really good, guys. Keep an eye on that thing today. That thing looks like it wants to run up there. Remember TLRY? This one was reverse splitting today, so keep an eye on this thing right here. This thing's going to reverse split, and it's getting set up, I would say. And BMNR, that thing's back up. That's nice to see, because I do have some options on this as well, and that looks really good. So I'm telling you, I think crypto's ready to roll. I think that was a dip and rip. I think that was a great opportunity yesterday. And if you can catch some good opportunities this morning when the market's opening, you'll probably be in pretty good shape, is what it looks like to me. Netflix right here running up some more a little bit, hitting the 20, just see if it wants to pull back. But look at that bad boy. I mean, that crossed right through the MACD. So these charts are all normal, looking like they should run, and not looking bad. So I would say we're in good shape right here going into the end of the year. That was a good, healthy pullback that we needed to see, and it was a good opportunity to grab some of these things. AVGO trying to crawl its way back up there, and then your MU. Let's see what our semiconductors are doing. MU looks like it wants to get ripping as well, and then your TSM's been setting up, and that's way up there this morning. SMCI's been setting up, and that's up this morning, curling through the MACD, looking a lot better right there. AMD's been looking pretty good, and that's getting through the 50. That's going to curl up. Then we were talking about AMD and Netflix running together. Here we go. Let's get cruising. I got options on both of them and GameStop. So there you are with that. And I was talking about them in the Discord saying that. So here we are with actually I have AMDL. I bought these ones instead. And so yeah, I played the daily ETF right there. So I bought a few of them ones. As a matter of fact, not AMD. QCOM right here. Here we go. That's hitting the 20 and in the MACD. But that looks pretty good. Snow's been looking really good. And look at that thing. It's up $10 right there. That's pretty wild. So Snow went blasting off. And PayPal right here, not too bad. And getting up to the 20. We'll just see if it wants to bounce back off. Intel had been running up the other day. It's continuing itself right back up there. Intel's going to keep on cruising. Dell looking pretty good. So this market looks good, guys, just as we expected yesterday. The Fed didn't say anything. And guess what? He didn't want to say anything because he's cutting the rates on December 10th. When is that? Next Wednesday, guys. We get a rate cut right here. It's 90% on Poly Market. I mean, you know, that's a lock right there. And I've been saying it. I said it before the government shutdown, guys. How many months ago is that? The government shutdown. You remember that thing? And yeah, remember what I said before the government shutdown happened? I said they would have rate cuts across the board till the end of the year. It wouldn't even be a question. I mean, look at these things. It wasn't even a question. I don't know what they were talking about back here. We keep mentioning these days right here, that November 20th and 19th, where these things started getting cruising and crisscrossing and going weird. But I don't know what was going on there, but some odd behavior, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. I thought that on the charts, and it was odd behavior, as you can see. So anyway, IBM right here, not looking bad. Palantir and Sophie, they're up tonight, this morning, up tonight. They're up tonight and this morning, as a matter of fact. And there's Mara and Riot, and they're looking pretty good. Look at these things, guys. These things are going to get rocking and rolling. Mara, Riot, Clean Spark, they look good. And here comes your crypto run. I'm telling you guys, we were talking about this last night. And I do think you're going to see these all-time highs by the end of the year. I think what these people are actually saying is dead on. So if you want to take advantage of some opportunities, check out crypto before it runs this month, because it could get really, really wild swings going. And there's your Clean Spark looking really good. You can just tell by the charts that it looks all crazy and it wants to get wild. And MicroStrategy right here, I don't think they're going to be shorting that down right now anymore. So I bet the short positions leave. Might have to buy some longs on this because it is looking pretty good right here. I must say it is up this morning. I think your market's turning around really quick. I know it can turn in a heartbeat and go back down, but I don't think it's going to. Obviously, you'll have your pullbacks, and you need your healthy pullbacks. Hood right here trying to rebound. Coin also up a little bit. And here's your bull right there, just kind of hanging out a little bit flat. But look at that look, guys. I mean, that's going up too. You're absolutely right there. Progressive G said he's adding some bull calls right there. So looking pretty good with bull. And like I was talking about GameStop earlier, and I mean, this still looks pretty healthy right there. I'll see when it hits that 50. I think it's coming back. I don't like earnings, so I definitely will get out of that option, them options right there for GameStop. But anyway, I was just thinking about GameStop, and as I looked at bull, because we got a bunch of bull options too, that's for sure. And space right here looking pretty good. Like I said, this thing looks like it wants to go up in space real quick. So there you go. And it's so funny. I have my very first option I ever bought last year. I think it expires. It expires in January, and possibly it is space. It may actually end up like even or not so down. It's way down. It was only a couple bucks. It wasn't much. I bought it over a year out. I had no idea what to do when I bought options for the first time. So I bought a couple like a couple days out, a couple months out, and like a year out, just to see how it worked. And buying it a year out, I guess if you do Google and stuff like that, and it's going up, it'll work out for you. They call them leaps. But space last year, let's see where it was. Last year around this time, it was up here in the 620. So we're at 383. So yeah, I don't even know what the option is, but I just know it's like 0% or something. So maybe it'll jump back up to that. I don't even know if it's making it there at 4 something. So it was like $30 or something. It was really not a big deal if it was even that much. I don't even know if it was that much. It was probably $10. I have no idea. I don't really remember, but I was telling you guys about that option before, and I was just curious, because it was getting set up. I'm like, will that thing ever move? Like, it was a year out, and it's about to expire like in a month, I think. So I guess all the time decay and stuff. Interesting experiment, though. I'm not going to lie. I had no idea about it. That's how you learn, guys. You just do stupid stuff like that. But I guess it's not so dumb. I look at it as a educational fee right there. So I didn't really have a clue what I was doing, but figured it out real quick, that's for sure. So yeah, I do have a space option. I'm kind of curious. I can't wait until it does expire just so I can get out of my account. I'm tired of looking at it after a year too, so I don't even like looking at it. Anyway, that's SPCE, and like literally one of my very first options I ever bought. Just giving you a little backstory right there. So kind of funny, but yeah, I was just looking at the chart like, wow, this thing looks like it might take off. Will that option actually do anything after a year? So I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. How's that? I'll let you guys know when it expires. Like I said, I think it's in January that it expires in about a month. So it's pretty interesting. And again, just a complete experiment. Boeing right here looking good to run up. So that was getting set up. DJT not looking too bad right there, Michael Anthony. So check that out. And Nike right here looking pretty good. Your Lulu running up some more right there. That looks like it wants to run up some. And the market is looking really good. Clearly, it can turn around real quick. McDonald's had been taking a nice dip yesterday. McDonald's likes to bounce back up pretty quick. And there's Disney not looking bad, hitting the 20 right there. And Oxy and ExxonMobil just hanging out. Oil and gas wasn't looking bad right there. And DXYZ. And speaking of oil and gas, I did see that Trump, I guess he sent Kushner, and I forget who the other person is, that probably worked out the deals over in the Middle East, because clearly if you can work that out, you might be able to work out Ukraine and Russia. And apparently they were flying over there today to do peace talks. I seen somebody mention that. I don't know how accurate it was, but just letting you guys know. So let's look at KYIV right here, this Kyiv, and look at it, guy. Oh, yeah, I would say something good's about to happen. Whoa, that looks good. It had been setting up. We've been talking about it, and I didn't even know about it. Ben told me about this thing, and I said, wow, that thing looks good, and something's going to be happening real soon. I would say keep an eye on a peace talk with Russia and Ukraine coming out. And if that happens, guys, holy cow, I don't think anybody could say anything about Trump at that point. He made the peace deal between Hamas and Israel got the hostages back. I don't even really know how much of the peace deal really worked out because they just started bombing each other again. But I haven't heard anything lately, so I'm not sure if it stopped going on and everything calmed down. But he definitely got the hostages back, which was pretty amazing. I mean, after a year or 2 years, I mean, not a year, it was over 2 years. And so he got the hostages back. And if they go over and figure out Ukraine and Russia and can get through to Putin and figure something out with that guy, that'll be pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. I would say that you might have a pretty damn a good administration because nobody else could do it, guys. I'll tell you that. As a matter of fact, Putin waited for the last administration to get in to go and take over Ukraine because he knew that the last administration couldn't do anything. And so yeah, it's very interesting. So keep your eyes on this one, KYIV right here, and possible a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia. So that would be a hell of a Christmas present for the market too. You know that would get rocking and rolling right there if you see that peace deal come out. And depending on what everything in it has, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I think they're talking about giving Russia some land or some. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about, to be honest with you. But we'll see what happens with that. And again, just keep your eyes open. I did see somebody that's pretty credible mention that. So I'll be keeping my eye on KYIV today. It does look pretty good. Look at this thing getting set back up. It run up like something was going on, made that base, and now you want to level back up. And this thing is looking pretty decent. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That is for sure right there. So definitely looking at that one. Let's see what you guys are looking at right here. Let me go through and see real quick. Well, it's already getting pretty late, huh? We're just having a good old time. Laptop Travel is having good with FTEL. We looked at that the other day. It was looking really good right there. And obviously, they just had the that was on the list last night. As a matter of fact, this one, I put down this one, IVP, FTEL, didn't I say last night to keep your eye on that Laptop Travel in the morning? And so there you go with that. I remember that one, IVP right here, looking pretty good. That's getting set up. CMND, we had jotted that down in this column right here. And there you go. So yeah, nice work on FTEL there, right there. If anybody was doing that one. And let's see, Luis Rodriguez said he slept like a baby after watching Professor Disguise, Pastor Paul, and the Elf. That is hilarious. And Luis Rodriguez said he couldn't stop laughing all night. I was kind of like laughing to myself too. I was like, holy cow. What a show that was last night. I didn't even try to do that. I mean, I had no idea what to expect. I just threw the Fed meeting on, and we had a field day with that. If you didn't hear the commentary, we had a fun time with the Fed guys and everybody. Condoleezza Rice was up there and some other people from Stanford, obviously some bright people. We couldn't even hear what they were talking about. I'd pop on the audio every couple minutes, and you didn't even know what the heck they were talking about, like Gorbachev and like Nixon and shit. It was crazy. I don't even know what they were talking about, but we were just having a good time with that. I said that show could go on every night. It would make my show amazing because I think people enjoyed that. I got a couple messages where people that they were cracking up laughing. So I'm glad people enjoyed that last night. I had a good time, that's for sure. We could do that all the time. I don't care. That was a fun one right there. So I appreciate the feedback and people enjoyed the show last night. And we even did some good educational charting right there. But let me get through this so I can get my little guy to school and get back here for the market because it's looking real good. And the video is up right there. I like that and all the ones we've been talking about. So let's see what's going on. Tesla's been rocket steady last 5 days, slow and creeping. It does look like it wants to take off right there. And what is this? MHUA. And let's see what that is. That is something in China. And you got it at 11. It's at 15. So I would say that's a good one right there. What's TOPS up to? Top Ship right here. Oh, wow. Look at that thing spiking up this morning or sometime. I don't know when the heck that spiked up. Let's look. Was that today? That was today. Holy cow. 890 to 1021. It's back at 551 right there. I would watch for that to try to spike back up. That's for sure. And Progressive G's adding these bull calls right here, and I have to say we are adding a bunch of them, and it is looking pretty bullish, I must say. And BM&R looking real good right there on that bounce back, so definitely liking that. CMND setting up so much right there. Buy every dip. Laptop Travel said he said it could be a big runner. It is looking really good. That CMND, we talked about it last night. As a matter of fact, you know what else one's looking good? This IVP. This one's up too after the split. That's looking good. This one's looking pretty good too in the basement. I keep getting these two confused, but look at all these red candles right here. Wait until these things turn around. This thing's going to get ripping. It looks like something reverse split. I don't know. Something's going on right here. Maybe we just wait to see if they do the reverse split and then it gets popping. So I'll keep in my eye on that IVP. I want to check that out and see that one run. And Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers, huh? That's pretty interesting. They want to buy Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers looking real good right there. Laptop Travel, is that who said that? Somebody said that. Yeah, Laptop Travel said that. So there you go. We'll have to keep our ears open for that. Ears and eyes for Netflix trying to buy out Warner Brothers. They'll have a huge catalog if they do that. And this Mongo right here, holy cow, if I could type it in. And this is, well, we might as well look at MD, this Pediatrics Medical, because I can't stop typing it in. Let's short this thing down. Look at that bad boy. That's coming down right there, guys. So if you want to look one to put a put on, you might want to look at MD. Let me go to MDB here. That's MongoDB. And look at that thing. It was ripping in the after hours on the earnings right there. MDB. And look at that. Bam. And it's way up there this morning. Looking really good. So keep your eyes on that. It may run up a little bit more. And what else is going on? Oh, Laptop Travel's daughter loves AMD. You know her track record's amazing. So you might want to pile in some AMD. I like it too. That and the video looking really good. So I have to agree with your daughter right there. Laptop Travel and CRDO. Credo Technology, that's been running up. Look at these things like 5 days straight just cruising along. Circle should circle back around and get cruising again. Look at that trying to, oh, that's almost like a half a circle look right there trying to curl up. I'd say that looks really good. Consider Lunar right here. And this one, Initiative Machines, and that looks really good. Aerospace and Defense, we are familiar with Lunar, and that is not looking bad. How about GSAT right here? And you like this one, Laptop Travel, and it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit right there. Let's see, hitting the 20, maybe you get crawled right back up. I'll look at it today. And then you say like possible Elon or somebody buying out this company or something like that. Gold mine for satellite company right there. And same hand gestures for over an hour last night. Oh, it was so great last night. So it was so much fun. Professor Disguise was carrying on like a sideline referee. It was hilarious, guys. And Netflix is coming to New Jersey. Yeah, aren't they building like that huge studio or something? I forgot about that. But you're absolutely right, Luis Rodriguez. I did see that before. Why the hell would they be coming to New Jersey? Maybe because we have all 4 seasons. They can utilize that. That's for sure. I guess I have no idea. It seems like a weird state to come and operate at. We have like the craziest taxes and shit like that. Who's gonna operate here unless you just keep your headquarters elsewhere, which is a very good possibility, and you open up a facility and just use that in New Jersey. I could see that. But anyway, that is going to happen there. Gold pulling back a little bit this morning after yesterday. Well, I mean, silver went nuts yesterday, so I'd expect it to pull back a little bit, and it did top out. But again, that thing's going to crawl back up, getting to the top and get rolling. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's a really good pre-market review right there. Market looks pretty good. Crypto's turning back around. Look at that, 87 now, 87.3 for Bitcoin, looking good. FTEL, good popper right there. We talked about last night. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram. Hit the like button on your way out of here. We need 500 likes like that show last night. That was crazy. And the greatest was that stream. I mean, holy cow, that was so much fun. They heard me. They had to turn it off. It was so wild over there. And tax incentives, they're giving them an offer. They can't refuse right there, I guess. So at our taxpayers' expense. Well, go figure. It's New Jersey, Luis Rodriguez. So it was about Schultz and not about the economy. I believe so. Laptop travel. Yeah, it was about the Stanford people. It had nothing to do with the economy last night. Let's put it that way. Very interesting show. And let's look real quick. Why the tug of war and stocks will keep playing out. Gold at 10,000 and quantum driven crypto collapse and costly AI scandals are among these outrageous bets for 2026. NASDAQ futures rise, Bitcoin holds below 90, and stock futures rise slightly following a losing session on Wall Street. And again, that losing session wasn't so bad of a loss. I mean, if you want a healthy pullback, that's your look right there, as you can tell. And the bonds and Bitcoin find some footing, stocks, and eke out some gains or something like that. And whoever uses the word eke, I've never seen that used in a sentence in my life. And anyway, eke out. I didn't even know that was really a word. I guess that's like a Scrabble word people would use. Eke, E-K-E. I win Scrabble. But anyway, I've never seen that used in a sentence. And there you are, or in a news headline either. So what a wild way to word things. Eke out. And kind of sounds weird. I don't know. It sounds like old school right there. But anyway, there you go with our market. It's green, looking good. I'll be on in the Discord in a little bit at around 9:15ish, and you guys can check out Ben in there. And again, if you have any questions about the Discord, I had the link up last night, and the 60% it did expire at midnight. But if you're still interested, give me a message, and maybe we can get you back, get in there with a little discount and eke out one more with a win right here. Yeah, let's eke out the market right now being green, and it is looking like it wants to rock and roll. So Bitcoin looking better, everything looks good. Ethereum and BMNR will do very well here in the near term. So I agree with you on that, Luis Rodriguez, and I think the markets are getting ready to rock and roll. So we'll be all over it. You guys know that. So you guys be sure to trade smart, lock in those profits. And thank you for tuning in. Laptop Travel, Luis Rodriguez, and of course Progressive G, Sam and Robin's heading to work. Thank you, Asian Joe Lee, for your Joe Lee's jumpers each morning, and Doge Mama 9, and everybody else like Joseph Levy. You guys be sure to trade smart, lock in profits. Enjoy your day. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.